empty and cold. Any comfort offered by the gentle moon withheld by stained glass. Upon the throne sits the queen. Upon seeing her own son, she makes no movement. The silver aegis approaches and takes a knee. Your Majesty, the aegis gestures behind herself. The Dacians have proven useful. The royal family is reunited. The prince blinks. Reunited? What of his brother? The queen says nothing. The prince looks at her from across the room, at her empty eyes, at her regal crown, and sudden pressure builds in his mind. He feels the crown respond. Yeah, it's too much. He drops to all fours with a cry. Steel sings, and the helmeted Dacian draws his sword. The aegis stands slowly, calmly, still facing the throne, and draws her own sword, very intentionally, the blade and hilt glimmering. But that's not her sword. That's not the silver aegis's sword. She pulls off her own gauntlet and draws the blade across her exposed palm, unflinching. The crimson trail begins to glow and it catches fire. The flames erupt with a roar and the aegis is engulfed. And when the inferno dies, the Inquisitor stands in her place. He turns to the prince, his robes whirling, his eyes gleaming, the moonlight blood red. Without warning, the helmeted Dacian runs at the Inquisitor, leaping at him for a strike. With barely any effort and a flash of flame, the Inquisitor knocks him aside. Metal clangs as the Dacian's dented helmet bounces away, and the prince's heart drops as he realizes who this Dacian is. I owe you my utmost gratitude, young sire, the Inquisitor says to the prince. You brought the Dacian general directly to me, and I suppose I must also thank your brother for providing me with such a convenient opportunity. Why, nobody but he and I knew the Silver Aegis's true fate. She made the perfect disguise. The prince, still unable to stand, still feeling a weight in his mind, stares in disbelief. My own brother killed the Aegis. No, he wouldn't. He told me he didn't. He swore. It's a lie. Oh, I'm afraid it's not a lie, although, to be fair, I don't think he did it intentionally. One might call it a rather unfortunate sequence of events that he violently initiated. Fairness aside, there is work to be done. My young prince, I have no qualm with you. We have spoken already. Come to see eye to eye, if you will. No, you are not the problem here. And he points the glimmering sword at the prince's brother, just now recovering from the blow. The heir will not become king. He has joined the ranks of our enemy, murdered his own mentor and guardian, betrayed his own kingdom and turned his back to God, and so he must perish in divine flames. The sword ignites, casting brilliance throughout the dim chamber, and the Inquisitor's eye sockets are empty, burning with embers. I don't care about being king, the brother says, grabbing his own weapon and struggling to his feet. I don't even care about Dacia anymore. They didn't start the war. It was my brother's own gift. I don't know how it works, but I do know he didn't mean it. He didn't want there to be a war. He didn't want to cause the storm. He needs help. Someone to look up to, someone who won't leave him. And I'm his brother, and it's my duty to look after him. He means the world to me. I won't die for him. Do you hear me, Inquisitor? I would die for him! Oh? Really? How convenient. Time to pay the price. The Inquisitor plants both feet firmly on the ground and thrusts his offhand forth. A lick of fire erupts from his fingertips, blazing toward the brother. The prince is paralyzed by the crown. What does the brother do? You have 1 minute to decide. Discuss.
Okay,
Block with the shield.
Before we discuss, yes.
Shield time.
We've gone through all this before many times, and we found out that the first two correct options, at least that work, are shield and sword, because that's
If
what
the
we
prince
know
can
what we
wish,
have right now.
if the prince can wish things away, then you can just.
We tried this last time, it didn't
We
work.
tried that
Oh,
last
hello,
time,
excuse
it did
me.
not work. The
I
first
think I
two
have a friend stuck at spawn. I don't know if you'd be able to go and get them.
and sword.
Yeah,
So first we say
first is
shield,
shield.
I'll go check.
Please spread it around so
Yes.
everyone is aware.
Shield, sword.
So the third, but for the third one,
Shield into sword.
We do not know.
Shield into
Our
sword.
guessing theory is that we do not
Pardon?
call.
Because it's a directed attack at the brother, and the Inquisitor is unwilling to hurt the prince.
But what?
Exactly.
So,
A
well,
line
the
of
lead
sight,
scene
line of
couldn't
sight.
see if we
But,
can
yeah.
get the
It's fine.
what line of sight.
Yes.
Oh, we need to get to that.
Okay.
We,
Yeah.
the only thing we know to do, yes,
Shield.
dodging the last. Every time we've dodged, and it's failed. So dodging now seems like a very poor choice. And we tried calling on the brother, and last time, and it did not work. So our only
You're
lead
blocking
is to
the,
go towards the brother. But even then, I have doubts, given that when he was given the crown and the fire went out, the acolyte.
What happened to the other
However,
brother? I think I
it's the only
crashed,
thing
and
we
I'm
got.
guessing he
So
died
going
while I
towards the
crashed.
prince and
So
using him is
the-
the only thing we have going for it. So
There
shield
is-
first, sword second.
Time's up. Time's
I
up.
suppose which other brother?
Okay.
Okay, well, in a moment. Shield.
I'm back. Shield.
A knight doesn't
Would you be so kind as to suggest a course of action for the brother?
I think we should shield the attack first.
Please repeat.
We should shield the attack.
Shield. The brother uses the shield. He blocks with the shield. He parries, he defends, he deflects.
Wonder if the
Very
last
well.
word has an S.
The
as
brother
well.
realizes he does not have time to move. Barely managing to get on one knee, he brings the Dacian shield up and uses both hands to ready it. The fire slams into it and it roars, scorching the shield, burning the brother's arms. After a moment, the fire subsides and the brother drops the burned shield. Its fragments scatter as it hits the stone floor. The Inquisitor readies the glimmering sword and leaps forth, swinging the mighty blade down toward the brother. The prince is still paralyzed. What does the brother do? Discuss.
Sword,
So-
dodging
Okay,
does
now
not
we
work.
deflect with the sword. We deflect
Yes.
with the
Deflect with the
sword.
sword, yes.
Use sword.
So what do you do with
Dodging
the
does
brother?
not work.
There are only two. There's the prince and his brother.
So deflect, not attack with
The
it,
prince
right?
is currently
Yes.
paralyzed
you
by
just
the
say
crown,
sword. Use the
and
sword.
the brother is the
Gotcha.
is fighting the Inquisitor.
Use sword.
We know dodging does not work.
Oh,
and
okay.
we learned that the sword works. So it's
always
sword,
a
shield, and our hope is that
Defend and deflect.
Nope.
Yes.
Trace will
Something
confirm
like
later
that.
that for this,
So-
the D words have
We
nothing
use-
to do with this fight.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to
That's just
deflect.
coincidental.
That's the next one.
Yeah, with the
So-
sword.
Clash.
a
One of the
knight
two.
doesn't arrive
Clash.
late. He arrives exactly when he needs to.
No, that's a wizard.
Also, is
It's a wizard.
Is it alliteration when they use the
it's fine, it sounds
words with the
fine.
same letters?
Panda.
Has expired.
Blah.
Protag-chan. What does the brother do?
Sword. It's time to duel.
The sword in a defensive or offensive manner.
Oh.
Oh.
That's no.
I'm asking if he's attacking with the sword or defending with the sword.
He's defending?
All the way.
Going for
Sure.
clash.
Because that's what we did last time, right?
I mean, you could say clash, but last time we went clash,
A
yeah.
clash of
Yeah,
blades.
clash.
Very well. The brother, staying on one knee, watches carefully. For a moment, for a heartbeat, he's back in time training with the Silver Aegis. He waits for the right moment. And when it comes, he brings the Dacian sword up, and it collides with the great blade of his enemy, and fiery sparks fly. With all his might, he pushes and he rotates, and his parry is successful. The Dacian sword has been bent uselessly with the force of the blow. The Inquisitor lands on his feet, he and his sword both unharmed. The Inquisitor steps back, glaring down at the brother who is still trying to stand. The Inquisitor raises one arm heavenward, calling upon his miracle, and fire begins to gather in his palm. The prince remains paralyzed. What does the brother do?
Alright.
We should hide behind the prince.
Because the
Hide
Inquisitor
behind the
doesn't harm
prince.
Hide behind the
Hide
prince.
behind the
Prince is
prince.
immune to
I know
fire.
it sounds
The prince
crazy.
is immune to the fire.
That's our
Yes.
leading
Yes.
theory right now.
I don't think I've seen you. I don't think I've seen you. I don't think I've seen you in full body before.
We want to hide behind
You're the only thing we got.
Well, is he paralyzed?
Fair enough.
I mean, perhaps when I'm small, then
Yeah, I think he's a
Lady
Well,
dancing
but
with
like a magical
work.
attack that we can't dodge.
might.
It is a
I thought you were in
demon.
half body last time.
Kick.
Filicide. It's gonna be
Calling out
okay.
doesn't work, so we gotta
I guess,
hide.
I guess on one hand, hiding behind
Let's
the
hide behind the
be
brother, though.
disguise.
yes, hide behind the brother.
Disguise? I don't know.
Dodge.
Disguising behind the prince.
It's not dodge.
Yes, D-words don't matter.
I'm already so
Yeah.
I know,
Hide
it's just
behind the
sight.
prince.
Sight.
Spread it
Line of
around.
sight.
We need
Hide
to
behind the
hide
prince.
Tip advice. In his current state, the brother doesn't have time to move so far. This has been tried before.
that was
So we cannot move.
classic.
Or-
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Either
Okay.
Shall?
think of something that doesn't require him to move so far, or change his
Why not
state.
move towards the attacker?
Can't move.
Pray.
Or the Inquisitor, unless the
Pray to your
Inquisitor
innermost
is like right next
feelings.
to it.
Wait, is
Is
Mother's instinct.
turn into a shadow?
Oh my god.
Mother's instincts.
Mother's instinct.
Try it.
What?
Yeah.
He's the he's not the Dustborn. That was the
Yeah.
Oracle.
Shadow.
That was the Oracle.
Descent.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
Oh.
Well, stop.
Oh.
You can stop, drop, and roll.
Shadow form. Shadow form.
Yeah.
Shadow form. Shadow form.
Shadow.
Eh.
Equalization.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You got this.
We're either gonna get the good ending or the bad
Can the
ending.
brother
Turn into a shadow.
I believe in
turn
you,
into
Eagle.
a shadow?
Equalization. Don't ask me. tell me what he attempts.
The brother uses his power to turn into a shadow.
The brother uses his own divine gift. Someone's been paying attention.
Let's go.
There you go. I told you.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen, but
Let's go. It was right.
Shadowborn. There you go. There you go.
We're
There
not
you go.
insane. We're not insane. There we go.
Brother is Shadowborn.
He's Shadowborn.
Yeah.
The shadow. The shadow. The shadow.
Yeah.
Remember? Why do you think the Dacians never saw him?
Nice.
Because
shadow.
of the vision.
they did see him.
Listen to the visions.
Travelers. This is what happens. The brother is reluctant, but he swallows it. There is no more time for secrets. He closes his eyes and lets the familiar feeling float up from his feet, and darkness consumes him. He is a shadow, swift and silent, and he has a few moments to reposition himself with minimal chance of the Inquisitor spotting his movements. The Inquisitor raises a brow as the Shadowborn uses his miracle of darkness. He heaves his mighty fireball up and sends it instead to a corner of the throne room, missing the brother but illuminating most of the chamber. The brother has only moments to make use of what little darkness remains in the room. The prince is still paralyzed. What does the brother do? You have 1 minute to decide.
Now we can move.
Get
Now we
to-
can move.
Get to the prince. Get to the prince.
Get to the prince.
Get to the prince. Get to the prince. Grab the sword.
The prince.
Grab the crown.
Oh, yes.
Touching the crown is probably a bad idea. Touching the crown?
Yeah.
Touching the crown is probably a bad idea.
No, we got the sword. No, the crown is probably a bad idea.
If the
We could
prince
go
is
for the
casting
brother.
a shadow, we can use the shadow to close in.
Yeah, but we could also we don't have a weapon. We could go to the prince and get our sword because the prince has the brother's sword.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Younger.
We need to close in on the
Wait,
prince.
hold on. Because the brother was able to break out on his own. If we sever the connection between the queen, because the queen's looking at the prince correct with her own crown. If we get the crown off the queen, it might sever it.
I think our queen is
Protag.
I think we should just get the sword. It's pretty complicated, but I think we should.
Let's
just
go
get
for the sword.
Okay,
We know what to do. We can do this another time if we need to.
When the prince touches the crown, like he becomes obsessed with it. So I don't know. I don't know if we should touch the crown.
The crown is stuck. The crown is stuck. The crown has been stated that it's
The
stuck.
prince can use his powers as well.
No. It was stated
prince
that
knows
the prince
the
should
Inquisitor.
have.
Take it off
himself.
Okay,
Queen or sword?
it's time.
The time to plot is ended. That was more than enough time for discussion. You're at a point in the battle where you have never been before. How much further can you get? How long will this duel last? Incognito. Out of respect for you being absorbed by this music, what is your choice?
The brother is going to move to the prince and get his sword.
Okay.
Move to the prince. Get back his sword. Simple enough, but will it work?
We're gonna see.
We're asking.
The brother's shadow rushes toward the prince as fire and light spread. As the light reaches the prince, the Inquisitor sees the brother reappear there, wielding a small but regal sword. The brother staggers away from the prince, momentarily dizzied by being forced out of his shadow. The Inquisitor lets out a short burst of laughter and leaps toward the brother's landing beside the prince. He sheathes the glimmering sword, reaches down, and with no effort lifts the incapacitated prince by his neck. Surrender, he commands. What does the brother do? You have 1 minute.
So much for
Call his
not.
bluff. Call his damn bluff.
I feel like this is bad ending. Oh shoot.
Use your shadow power again.
You know, I don't know. I think we wasted it. I think we wasted it.
He can't do it.
Oh, you're right. Just line all around. Right.
Yeah. No, I think we should just stop. We should shank
You're not tricking us this time,
Shank
Abel.
him.
Wait a minute, all of our choices have been the letter S. All of our choices have been the letter S.
He's a
Sword,
little
shield,
distracted.
shadow.
Maybe we could start
That's true.
Sheaves.
Shank.
Sheaves. Sheaves.
We don't have a... No, we do.
Okay, maybe we double down and we attack because the Inquisitor doesn't want the brother dead. He doesn't want the prince dead.
There's no way he's gonna hurt the brother or the prince.
Oh,
But does the brother know that? The brother doesn't though.
No, the brother doesn't know. But we do.
Yeah, we do. We can attack though.
Entity.
Yeah, that's true. It's a meta entity. That's true.
Exactly.
Well, we could.
Actually, yes.
Pretend to surrender. Pretend to surrender. We pretend, and then once he lowers his guard, we attack. Pretend
I
to
don't think we can do
surrender.
something that complex.
So Sucker Punch.
We either attack or we surrender. There's no other thing we can do.
Donut strike or strike?
I think
I think we should attack.
Do not strike. Yeah, do not strike is. It
To
was said
strike
earlier.
or do not strike?
we don't know what
the
he's
question.
capable of.
Yeah. That is the question, isn't it?
Oh, just grab the prince from the Inquisitor.
He might be expecting us to call his bluff, you know?
What's the Inquisitor gonna do while we're
True.
holding the prince? That
But
won't
the
hurt
Inquisitor's
Travelers.
after
Your time has ended.
There's nothing we can do.
The
It's just fun, I guess.
situation
You're
is
just as
indeed
out of it as we
dire.
are, aren't you?
Therefore, it only makes sense that I am going to ask. Dieu Noir. What is the brother
fun.
going to do here?
Well, I say, call his bluff and destroy the crown.
Destroy the crown. Can you elaborate, please?
With the sword.
Which crown and how?
The prince's crown.
There are 2 crowns. There's the queen's. Yeah. We forgot about the queen.
That's a very
You want
expert
the
stab.
brother to attack the other brother's head with the sword.
What?
Yeah, the last
Oh
time
god! Intrusive
Please.
thoughts.
Okay,
Yeah, you were slashing at a head.
get that.
For the sword of the queen's crown, maybe?
Let's not attack people's heads, please.
I am pressing you.
That's not to attack people's heads.
Pass us the armament.
What if they attack the Inquisitor?
No. Name an object and name a target. Let's keep it simple. Geo.
All right.
You can do it.
Believe in you.
Queen's helmet.
You have this,
Queen's head?
No.
Queen's head.
We could attack the Inquisitor.
Wait, hold up.
But
Wait, hold up.
it's up to you.
Shit.
Let him.
Fuck.
Go. You've said Queen's head. What does he do against the Queen's head? 5.
He throws the sword at the queen's crown and tries to break it. That's the best I can come up with.
Let's see what happens.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was my fault.
What? What do you mean?
No
worries.
We've done this
Slows
before.
down. The brother looks at the prince dangling, alive yet consumed by the glowing crown. He looks at the Inquisitor grinning, domineering, truly a warrior sent by God, or by a demon from the abyss.
Please.
The brother looks over his shoulder, and as he turns, he pivots on one foot and throws his own sword. He throws it at his own mother. It soars across the ruined blade, first spiraling, and it plunges into porcelain. Clay shards go flying as a shrill shuffling sound fills the tall chamber. The prince opens his eyes, the pressure eases, the queen's crown falls. She was a porcelain doll.
Let's go.
Damn.
Let's go.
Gio, look at
We
you!
have time.
Screw your blood moon, Abel!
High five.
Holy shit, blood moon, Abel! Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! I didn't think that would actually work!
Alright.
Okay.
Listen well, travelers.
Hit me.
The Inquisitor seems unperturbed. He keeps a firm hold on the prince, and in his other palm a divine fire grows once more, ready to end the prince's life. However, though the prince is restrained, both brothers can act. You must all decide what both brothers will do together. You have 2 minutes.
Let's go.
Okay, I think
Now we use the miracle.
Elysian pendant. I think it has to come into play.
Yeah, we throw the Elysian pendant.
Destroy!
And the prince
Destroy the Inquisitor.
Destroy!
Destroy the
I don't know.
Okay, so Prince uses pendant.
Okay, right, but the entire season of Travelers trying to learn not to kill everything? Maybe it is. Fair.
No, actually, no, they bring up a good point. The Elysian pendant is the option now. This is it.
Yeah.
Use it on the Inquisitor, nullify his power, and then the brother can close in and finish him.
Is it on context? If you just hold it to him, would it dispel the fire?
Does the pendant do that?
Can we try that? I mean, what if we do that and have the
Brother distracts.
Pendant is for sure special.
Use the pendant here.
Right.
What's the one where there's 2 people?
Brother distracts. Princess uses the pendant.
Maybe it's just a comfort thing for him, but
It's a comfort thing.
We're in unforeseen territory here.
Well, the prince can use his miracle. The prince can use his miracle now. The brother has already used his.
It's a holy artifact, though. Like it would also give importance to the Inquisitor as well because of Laodicia.
Yeah, so
I
think making contact
What do you think, Tierman?
with the pendant on the Inquisitor is what the prince should do.
Alright.
And then the prince should run up to him with the sword.
Yeah.
Well, the brother doesn't have the sword anymore.
Yeah. He doesn't have it anymore. He threw it.
Toss the sword, remember?
We could go try. Okay, well, we could wait. We could go try to grab the prince as the brother. The brother could go try to catch the prince.
Oh yeah.
Try to lift him up to make it so he's less trapped. You know, because it's not holding him by the neck.
No, he needs to distract so the prince can do the thing.
Yep. Fair.
But he can distract
Brother
by closing
distract,
the gap.
prince pendant. Brother distract, prince pendant. He can't do anything right now.
The brother can
Because
still
if he closes
distract
the
by closing
distance,
the gap.
the Fireborn might just use the sword on him. Because he still has his sword.
That's fine.
Well,
Okay.
no, the
one hand has
Fireborn
fire,
create
one hand has
in
the
a fire
prince.
miracle.
Okay.
Fireball. Yeah.
That's
Pro
what's going
tag.
on.
Fireball.
Well, he still needs to be distracted so the prince can do it. Right?
Pre-tag. Remember what I said?
Oh.
Chekhov's gun has been loaded.
Your time has expired. I have given you more than enough time to master this battle plan. No, that's a joke. You're going to struggle through this however long it takes. I am going to call upon Diarmid, do you have a plan.
Uh-oh.
The prince, if he's able, is going to reach for his Ludician pendant and hold it and push it up against the Inquisitor. And then the brother is going to run in and give me a few words.
Distract.
Distract.
Brother will distract.
And the brother will run up to the Inquisitor and try to, stop him from being choked.
The brother is going to attempt to free the prince, and the prince is going to draw the pendant and press it or use it against the Inquisitor. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Either it can go in or it goes right here.
Heart's pounding.
It can go either way.
At least we know how to get this far.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Got me in tighter circles. This is drag on.
I just wish I didn't
The
have
brother
to restart this.
runs at the Inquisitor. He jumps at the tall man and grabs at the giant fist around his brother's neck, and he pulls and he tries with all his strength to free his own younger brother, and at the same time the prince pulls out the Ludician pendant, ever present, ever comforting, and he presses its metal surface against his enemy's body.
Buffering.
Please hold.
Reality is buffering.
Please.
And
It's an ending here.
the Inquisitor will not die, for only by Varna's will would he find death. The Inquisitor's hand closes around the prince's neck. The brother screams, his lungs burn, and his heart breaks.
Oh.
The Inquisitor turns the fire instead to the brother, unleashing a torrent of unearthly flame that fills the room with unbearable light and deafening noise.
We should have used a miracle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The prince and the brother have both been killed by the Inquisitor.
Oh.
Thus, their story ends, for no suitable vessel remains to witness the uncertain fate of the kingdom of Lazarus in this timeline. My dear friends, my clever travelers, close, but not close enough. Welcome to Bad Ending C.
No, note, the Inquisitor is not bluffing.
Yeah, he's not bluffing.
He's pretty serious.
We should have tried
My
having them
friends,
perform miracles.
my friends, for those who are new here, there will be some announcements in a couple of minutes by Sheen, so please remain here while the tour guides realign our ether. If you would like to take a group photo to commemorate this momentous occasion, please do so here and now. Us tour guides will line up in case you want to include us, but we will be absent for just a minute, and after you take the photo, Sheen will deliver his announcements.
Well, we figured out a lot.
God. That was progress. That was progress, though. Good job, guys. Good job. Hands off organization.
I just wish I didn't have to restart my
Let's go.
That was amazing. That was an amazing moment.
You know, in hindsight, think about it. It makes sense that the queen is an imposter.
It was
think about it.
It was insane.
Yes.
It was insane, but it was beautiful at the same time.
Weeks ago, but it was only here when it was correct.
We have the moment to open.
Oh God.
Yeah, we finally got the opening.
Okay, sorry, dear. I'm sorry that I ever doubted you. Hey, guys.
No, holy crap, it makes sense because in the first vision, the brother was shown to be an elk, and he wasn't the same in the other. He was a shadow. Why would they be both different?
Exactly.
Photos?
Taking pictures, by the way.
Shadowborn.
Could you photos?
Photos?
That we take the Inquisitor's sword, we shame the dead.
We were theorizing about this for weeks.
I guess the photo